Miss International. What are your thoughts about the winner? One thing, let me go first.
Mhm.
I was really pissed when Miss USA did not make the top 15 because I know the girl. She is highly competitive and she has won several titles. She has a lot of pageant experience and whatnot. And I saw her live on Facebook 2 days ago, and I felt her. She said, she was okay with the results, but she was puzzled because she didn't know exactly what the judging system was like. She thought I had the impression that it was more like random. So when she won the Continental Queen, Miss International Americas, she didn't know how she won. And
I could respond to that one.
Okay, you know what? Are we talking about the same email that guy who's in charge of Miss International?
Oh, you got the email?
Well, Hector forwarded to me. Yeah, so I know
that explains a lot.
Yeah, so I questioned the language and also the tone of that email that was sent.
Yeah, we're not very happy.
See, told you
we're not very happy.
Well, we can talk about that later. But yeah, so
talk about it now.
I felt bad. I felt bad for Miss USA for not making the top 15. I think she deserved to have been in the top 15.
Yeah, while you're on the roll, Rafa, and you're enraged and angry, talk about it now.
Let's talk about, you mean the email now? Should I read the email? Well, I don't want to shame this person because I might see him in person in 2 days. Well, didn't
you want this to go viral? Go
viral.
Well, we can't compromise Noemi because she's one of the national directors, right?
Okay, but I didn't send you that email.
From you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I didn't send you the email, and I didn't know that you knew about the email, and so you told me.
Yep. What if that person who wrote that email is watching this live chat right now, and he sees you bad mouthing, and
I'm not bad mouthing.
It's the truth.
Never bad mouths. No, come on, let's get on with it.
I was just gonna say that the reason why USA won, it's what was it, the Continental whatever's titles, that we were never, us as directors were never told what were the criteria of that, nor how it was going to be judged. Okay, we had no clue. We were as puzzled and lost as everybody else, and we're national directors, and we had no clue to what the hell was going on. So when they started calling those prizes, we were like, and then Cape Verde won twice. So we're like, how did she win twice? Like, nobody understood. Nobody understood. Everybody was
she's first runner-up. Cabo Verde is first runner-up, and she won the Continental Africa?
For Africa.
Wow. Okay.
So we were like, I don't understand what were the criteria. So another thing that we were upset about was that when they started naming the finalists, the semifinalists, okay, there was 3. Oh, we lost somebody.
He'll come back.
Okay, there was 3 delegates that were going to join the semifinalists because of votes, right? So we were in the pageant, they never stated these are the 3 people that won in their votes per the regions or whatever. Okay, America's was it Asia and Africa. It was never cleared. It was never clarified. So we had no clue who won those votes because the day of the pageant, it was never revealed who won those votes. It was later on when it was revealed that for the Americas, Peru won because of votes. Now, I thought Peru was going to become one of the semifinalists because of the votes of the judges, because she was such a favorite from day one.
Right.
And as per the standings in the votes, Cuba was kept on bouncing from 3rd to 4th. When we were trying to get at least to 2nd because I knew if this was my thinking at the time. Peru was going to enter because of votes of judging votes, the judges. Whoever comes second would be then awarded to go to join the top 16 because of popular vote.
Correct.
That's how it should have been. And that's how we understood it was going to be.
Okay.
But then later on, it was revealed that Peru entered because of popular vote.
Right. Cabo Verde, popular vote.
Popular vote. And then
Northern Marianas. Yeah.
Yes, which
Popular
I already knew Northern
I
Marianas.
was surprised Northern Marianas won the popular vote. Like how many diehard fans from Northern Marianas actually?
I was very surprised because the fact that I'm going to tell you, with the popular vote situation, not very many countries were really involved, because I was surprised that Cuba was ever in the top 3 or 4 in popular votes. We had no clue. But since she has, a lot of followers, that helped her a lot. And I thought she might be able to climb her way up to second place. Not to first place, but at least second. But yeah, when I got that notification and saw that it was just one person that voted for that Continental Queens, I don't think it was fair. I don't think it was ever discussed, not even in the directors' meeting, that was going to be judged that way. So I feel that for next year, things need to be much more clear on how things are going to be evaluated. Right. Because we were not very happy, not because of the Queen, okay, because I'm not mad about Germany winning at all. She's a beautiful young lady. I feel that her speech was good. I don't feel like any of the speeches were like amazing that I would say, oh my God, she killed it. Yes, she's the queen. They did okay. I think they didn't understand maybe the question that was given to them and they weren't able to formulate it. Right. But then again, how is it possible that certain countries were able to advance with little English speaking skills?
You tell me. Right.
And just other factors during the week that we didn't understand how certain people were able to advance and others were not advancing. So
yeah, there were a lot of things
question
that went
marks.
wrong. Yeah, there were a lot of question marks with the Miss International pageant this year. I think a lot of it revolved around lack of communication, I think, within the internally. And
Yes.
then and the author of that email himself, admitted that one or two persons did not know exactly what they were doing, what their obligations were, and there was a lot of confusion. And the Japanese lady who picked the continental winners, we don't know why she picked them. Maybe because she just liked them. We don't know,
And it happened during the prelim, which was the prelim swimsuit, competition. And it's like, well, why weren't we told that was going to happen?
Exactly.
We weren't told.
And not only that, but they decided to increase the franchise fee across the board for all directors. Like, is it $5,000 now across the board? $4,000? So they doubled it. It used to be $2,000 and that's $4,000. Wow, that's a lot. Maybe because they lost a lot of money because of the COVID pandemic.
I mean, we understood this year that there was going to be an increase in the franchise fee, but we didn't know how much. And when we got the notification, we were kind of like, damn, okay, we expected an increase, but not such an increase.
Right.
Because I'm a person that if you're going to ask for X amount of money, the production wise needs to be same or more or less maybe the same standard as what I'm going to invest, right? I think that's everybody's thinking. And if I don't see there's no production value, I'm not going to invest money. That's just me. I don't know, everybody works differently, but that's just me. Yes, production wise was much more better.
Yep.
Much more better.
Well, the venue was much bigger too. It's like
it was bigger.
stadium.
The lighting,
LED
the
lights.
stage, the rock aspect, which it was cool.
Yeah. But it's still traditional.
It's still traditional, but you know what? It was more modern. It was less boring. I didn't fall asleep. It was only 3 hours and a half, which it wasn't the 5 hours that usually was. So I was able to maintain, to stay up and watch the show from beginning to end, and not be bored. I felt like it ran more like, there weren't big pauses in between, like in other years that they would take like a break and then come back and blah, blah,
Yes.
I felt
you still had those Japanese guys escorting or directing the girls where to go.
That's fine.
They're like
permanent
fixtures, I think, on stage.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that gives like that touch of elegance to the pageant. And this way they don't screw up on where they have to stand. But yeah, production wise was much more better. I understand they were 2 years, they couldn't do anything. Hey, we were in a pandemic, countries handle it differently. We can't compare the US to Japan, we understood the increase, but we didn't expect it to be that much. I think they are, a lot of these pageants, and I'm just going to generalize, I'm just going to say in all pageants, they're following the same path as Grand.
Really, you think?
I feel like they are in regards to pricing and license fee and stuff like that. That's what I feel. Yeah.
That's interesting to know. What do you think of the new crown of Miss International?
It's pretty. I feel it looks more like a teen crown than a Miss.
Okay. I think it's much prettier. It's much grander than Miss Universe, to be honest.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I think so. To me, that's a real crown.
Yes, that's a crown.
Because it has the proper height. It's it just screams crown.
Yeah.
However, I do miss the cushion, the little cushion thing, and the ribbon that you tie around your neck.
Oh, I don't miss that at all.
You don't miss that at all?
No, none whatsoever.
But that's like a miss again.
Little bonnet.
To those of us who grew up watching Miss International, we always associated Miss International with that type of crown, the bonnet thingy,
with the little bonnet. But they kept the cape. You saw they kept the cape.
They kept the cape. The cape is brand new and stuff and everything. So, what do we think of the winner from Germany?
I like her.
To me, she was a total surprise. She wasn't even in my top 15.
Yeah, she wasn't she was always around the tops, she was always mentioned, but not as a winner. But I knew Peru wasn't going to win.
Okay. All right. Why?
Because usually in Miss International, the favorites don't win.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Usually the ones that people push and stuff like that usually doesn't always win in international. With international, it's very hard to predict. It's like Miss World. It's very hard to predict. You think you got one. It's like, no, then suddenly, boom. See what happened? Germany won and Peru didn't.
Okay, Hector's watching us. Hector, why don't you join us? He just keeps commenting. Okay. He said I'm having problems with the connection. I hope so. I hope that the Colombians are not hacking me. LOL. Why? Why would they hack you? Aha.
Ooh.
He said Stephen Diaz needs to resign as soon as possible.
Whoa.
Beauty pageants are the new circus. This is from Hector.
Okay.
All right, whatever. Okay, well, conspiracy theory. The reason why Cape Verde was first runner-up is because she was trained by a Filipino pageant camp called Gulian, who happens to have strong ties with Stephen Diaz. Miss Germany
Oh.
won. Miss Germany won because everybody seems to like her, and she was also prepared by a Filipino. Her national director did not do anything to help her. So there was this guy who lives in Germany who came to her rescue. He was the one who supplied her
Yes.
with evening gown, with all the wardrobe, makeup, and everything, and pasarela. So a Filipino who helped Miss Germany win. So those are interesting details.